Ever since Tom Brady left New England, there have been a lot of questions surrounding the Patriots organization. However, with their recent success, it seems like a lot of those questions are starting to be answered. So in today's video, we'll talk about the Patriots, we'll talk about Mac Jones, we'll talk about Bill Belichick, and we'll talk about whether or not the Patriots are legit Super Bowl contenders. Let's get right into it. If you've not already, please make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel. I'm uploading videos every single week and your support goes a long way. But anyways, getting into things, coming into this season, nobody thought that the Patriots would be a bad team, but I wouldn't necessarily say the expectations were very high for them either. Last season, after finishing with a 7-9 record in their first year without Tom Brady, the questions that had been asked when he left were still unanswered, and a lot of people were wondering what the direction of the Patriots was and what to expect from the organization in the future. If you follow the Patriots, then you know that Bill Belichick attempted to answer some of these questions by spending more money than he ever had in free agent signings, including re-signing Cam Newton at quarterback, which was widely considered a good move by many people. And obviously, when draft time came, Mac Jones fell into their lap and they picked up a very promising rookie quarterback, a guy that many people thought fit very well with the Patriots system. Now obviously a lot has changed for the Patriots since the beginning of the season. Cam Newton is no longer even on the team. Mac Jones is now looking like their starter for the next several years. A lot of the free agent signings that they made have had little to no impact, but it does seem like the Patriots finally do have a direction after 2 seasons without Tom Brady, and it looks like they are definitely back to their winning ways. Currently, the Patriots are arguably the best team in their division and one of the best teams in the entire AFC, which is something that I don't think a lot of people can say they saw coming, considering they play in a division with the Buffalo Bills, who many people chose to be Super Bowl champions and AFC champions this year, and obviously the rest of the AFC has a ton of talented teams as well. The Chiefs, the Chargers, the Ravens, the Browns, the Steelers, all teams that people thought could be contending for a Super Bowl at the end of the season. The Patriots were nowhere near that conversation, but now, late into the season, they are in that conversation and is looking more and more like the Patriots could be a legit contender to win the AFC. One thing that makes the Patriots so dangerous and a big reason for their success this season is the fact that they are so well rounded on both sides of the ball. Their offense has looked better and better and improved every single week, and their defense is absolutely elite. Pro Football Focus has the Patriots ranked as the 9th best run defense, the 3rd best pass defense, and the 4th overall defense in the NFL, and by the end of the season, I honestly wouldn't be surprised if they are ranked as the number 1 overall defense. That is how good they are. And when you look at some of the players they have, it's no surprise why their defense is one of the top units in the NFL. They have Matt Judon, who's one of the best linebackers, Dante Hightower, who's a veteran, Devin McCourty, who's a veteran, Kyle Van Noy, returned from Miami. He is a great linebacker as well. J.C. Jackson, arguably the best corner in the entire NFL. He doesn't get talked about enough. He doesn't get the credit that he deserves. I can name pretty much every player on this defense, and they would all be high-level defensive players. The defense is by far the biggest reason why the Patriots have had success this season. It is going to be their anchor for the rest of the season. If they make it far into the playoffs, if they make it to a Super Bowl, their defense is going to be huge for them. Not to bag on their offense. Like I said before, their offense has improved every single week. They've gotten better and better, and I think that their offense still needs to reach its peak. It is not at its best yet. This team as a whole has not reached its peak yet, which is a scary thing to think about because, like I said, they are arguably the best team in their division. They're at the top right now, and they're one of the best teams in the AFC. So to think that they could be even better than they are right now, I don't think that they are a team that anybody wants to see in the playoffs, and I think that they are capable of beating pretty much anybody in the NFL. One thing that I think that the Patriots do better than any other team in the NFL is play to their players' strengths. Mac Jones gets brought up in pretty much any conversation about the Patriots, and rightfully so. He's looked great this season. He's their quarterback, he's the leader of their team, and he has improved each and every week. He has a case for Rookie of the Year, but I think that a big reason for Mac Jones' success this year has been the coaching staff and the positions they have put him in to succeed. When you look at Mac Jones' play, they are calling plays for him that he can run. They are not trying to do too much. They're not putting him in positions where he's going to turn over the ball or have to make an incredible throw. And I think that that has a lot to do with Josh McDaniels, the offensive coordinator, and obviously the system that they run. I don't want to discount Mac Jones. That is not a knock on Mac Jones in any way. He's a great quarterback. I don't want to take credit away from him, but the Patriots as a whole, not only with Mac Jones, but with every player on their team, plays to their players' strengths. It puts them in positions to succeed, and that is a reason why year in and year out, even after losing Tom Brady, they are able to win games. Another thing that the Patriots do better than most teams is consistency. You know what you are going to get from them week in and week out. They've never failed to meet your expectations, and when they do, they are right back the next week. They rarely have an off game, so while they aren't the most talented roster, especially in the offensive end, if you don't play up to your standards, if you don't play up to your highest level, the Patriots will beat you because they are good on defense, and on offense, like I said, they are very, very consistent. Some of the other top teams in the league, their division rivals, the Buffalo Bills, have had some really, really bad showings. They have looked great one week and terrible the next week, and that is something that you cannot have happen, especially late in the season and into the playoffs, if you want to win a Super Bowl. The Patriots, for that reason alone in my opinion, are a serious threat to make a deep playoff run, and while I wouldn't consider them Super Bowl favorites by any means, I would definitely say they are a contender because of their consistency, because of their balance on both sides of the ball, because of the way the coaching staff plays to their players' strengths. They can beat anybody on any given week if the other team is not at their best. So while they don't match up talent-wise, especially on offense against some of the other NFL's top teams, I think that they're definitely more than capable of beating anybody in the league, and the AFC especially is wide open. I mean, you think about the teams like the Bills, the Ravens, the Browns, the Chiefs, they've all been slightly disappointing this season, and the Patriots have been overachieving. So if they can continue to improve, if the offense can continue to get better, if Mac Jones can continue to improve, and if the defense can keep clamping up other teams' offenses like they do week after week, I definitely think that the Patriots are a very, very scary team, and they're a team that nobody is going to want to see come playoff time. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think the Patriots are Super Bowl contenders? Do you think that they have a chance to win the AFC and possibly even the Super Bowl with Mac Jones, a rookie, as their quarterback? Let me know what you guys think, and remember to drop a like and subscribe if you enjoyed. I will see you in my next one.